me feel into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I came into Mindlight because I'm a coach and kind of a newer coach who's been like looking for some really good teachers to do things in the way that like is powerful and magical and all that stuff. And turns out that I came away with a lot of life changes myself. For example, this baby. I tried to have a baby for, what was it, like 10 plus years, and really struggled with the pain of trying to conceive. It's emotionally a very draining task, and I had sort of like just set it aside. And in my training to do the work, I received the work myself, and was able to work through the grief and the blocks that were there. And a few months later, I conceived her naturally. So what I want you to know about Mindlight, that it's like, it's not just these like fancy tools that we're using on other people so that they can have better lives. It's like something that we believe in all the way through. And yeah, the miracles are like abundant. It's a daily thing around here. Ever since Mindlight came into my life, I feel like I have a lot more language and framework around really creating the kind of life that I want. I'm no stranger to self-improvement and all the coachy things, but there's something about this that has me able to like tap in to where the power really is, which is like here in the emotions. And I think in the world before, I actually had a coach once that, because I was crying in every session, told me that I had to go to therapy because to her, emotions were a weakness, and that's something that I had experienced in my life quite a lot. And now I feel like I'm able to harness them, not just to heal grief, which is one way that emotions really work, but also to really, really be like in alignment with myself in everything that I do. The most powerful session that I had received, I wanted to work on basically my relationship with my infertility and trying to conceive. Yeah. And my practitioner walked me through this technique called hallway, and we walked down the hallway in my mind to 3 different doors. And the first door that I opened in particular, I got to meet the younger version of myself, who loved kids. She loved kids so much. And it was actually something that I had locked away because it was too painful for me to kind of imagine just even wanting kids anymore, that I had just completely forgotten about that part of myself. I was very career focused and just thinking, I'm going to write a book, like kids are going to mess my life up, I don't want them anymore. But I remember opening that door and looking at that young girl who was holding on to her little sibling and singing, and the flood of my desire came back in a way that still moves me to tears. And it was that moment, I think, that allowed me to face my desire again and do all of the work that it took emotionally, mentally, and also physically and medically to get to the place where we were able to invite this little being into the world. Yeah, who's your miracle? I think the most important thing I've learned is how important good feelings are. I think it sounds so simple, but I think particularly in trauma work, which most coaching programs don't even touch. They don't even know what trauma is. They don't touch it. It's the thing for therapists to do, and you kind of leave it alone. And then there's the trauma work in the therapy world, which I've been exposed to lots, which is like difficult and painful and a lot of processing. And and just a lot of like stuckness. And I have just learned that feeling good makes the healing possible. It's the unconditional love. It's the feelings of joy. It's that connection to that higher power that you have. That like bringing that into the pain. That's what heals. That's what heals us.